What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. We're back here at Sam's Town in Las Vegas, and it's no secret that the Venom Shock and the Jackal Ghost are two of my all-time favorite bowling balls. Probably number 2 and number 3 behind the Desert Tank. So my Venom Shock and my old Jackal Ghost had a ton of games on it. So I went ahead and ordered 2 brand new ones, and I drilled them. So today we're gonna be comparing a brand new Venom Shock and a brand new Jackal Ghost. If you guys like this jersey, make sure you head on over to coolwick.com and use my promo code MOTIVLOOT10, and that'll get you 10% off your entire order. Let me know down below in the comments if you have a Venom Shock or a Jackal Ghost and which one of the 2 is your favorite and why. I'm gonna take you guys out on the lanes now so we can see this in-depth comparison. So the Jackal Ghost and the Venom Shock are arguably 2 or maybe the 2 best balls that Motiv has ever made. The Desert Tank is my all-time favorite ball, but if you ask the masses, they're gonna say that it's the Jackal Ghost and the Venom Shock, and that's for a reason. Both of these bowling balls are amazing. So I went ahead and drilled 2 brand new one Jackal Ghost, 1 Venom Shock, and they've never even been down the lane. This will be the first time, because I warmed up with other bowling balls, and now I'm gonna be throwing these on a brand new lane, well, an unused lane with 2 balls that have never been thrown. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark guess here. I'm gonna go to about 28 with my feet to start with a Ghost and be a little bit more right with the Venom Shock. This isn't really a true comparison between these 2 bowling balls because the Ghost is gonna outhook the Shock, but this is gonna be more a battle of the goats. All right, so we're gonna go to 28 here to start and just see what happens because no balls have been down this lane yet. If you've never thrown a Jackal Ghost, that's what makes it so good. I mean, I took a complete shot in the dark. The ball got down lane, came around the corner. It's shaped, but not overly shaped. And then it was smooth, but it wasn't overly chuggy. To me, all right, so the Jackal Ghost is the longest running asymmetrical bowling ball on the market. Don't matter who you're a fan of. If you look up the longest running asymmetrical bowling ball on the market, it's gonna be the Jackal Ghost. So I'm gonna go back to that 27, 28 range with my feet to start. Remember guys, I do drift to the right. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse saying that every video, but if I don't say it, then someone comments and tells me how, whatever. So I really like what I saw, so I'm gonna go back to that same spot and see if I can replicate it. And the 10-pin fell, Paralyzer 10 that fell. It's really good. I mean, I can say whatever I want about these bowling balls, but like I always tell some of the trolls in the comment section, I can say whatever I want, but if it doesn't look good on the lane, it don't matter what I said. So to me, that looked really, really good, and I hope you guys see that as well. So the Jackal Ghost is easily my favorite asymmetrical ball ever. And the one that I had before that you've seen in the last couple of videos featuring the Jackal Ghost was about 2 or 3 years old, probably closer to the 3-year mark. But this new one, dang, there is nothing like a fresh Jackal Ghost, because this is really good. So I'm just gonna go back to the same spot and see if I can do a carbon copy of the last 2. Well, that time I actually left the 10-pin. I think I gotta already start moving a little bit further left. Remember that this ball is very, very strong. It's gonna be a little bit weaker than the Jackal Legacy, but it's gonna be way cleaner and create more shape than the Legacy. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys ever had a Jackal Ghost or if you have a Jackal Ghost. Now we're gonna get into the Venom Shock. So this is gonna be the first shot with the original GOAT, the Venom Shock. And I say original because before the Desert Tank, it was always the Venom Shock. So this first shot here, I'm actually gonna go to the same spot that I was with the Ghost, just to see, because this ball is symmetrical, it should come around the corner a little bit harder, and there is a lot of friction here at Sam's Town, so the lanes aren't really conducive to throwing a Jackal Ghost anyway, so we're just gonna see. If I have to move a little bit further right, I will. But this is why I don't like comparing asymmetricals to symmetricals. All right, so that shot was pretty terrible. Pretend you didn't see it. We're gonna shoot that again. So that last shot was definitely a waste of space in the video, but I always tell you guys, I'm gonna show you guys every shot, the good shots and the bad. I'm not a robot, and even if I was, never mind, let's not get into that. So we're gonna go back to 28, 29 with the shock and see what it looks like before we make a move. Yeah, so it's way cleaner than the Jackal Ghost, and it came around the corner significantly harder. I think I can move right if I really wanted to, but if I did that, it would just be me trying to make them like way different. The big difference I'm seeing is the front to back and the shape in the back part of the lane. So if someone asks me what the perfect ball is, not the actual bowling ball, like the perfect type of bowling ball, I'm always gonna say low RG, low differential with a strong, solid cover. That gives you so much control on the lanes, and that's exactly what the Venom Shock is. It's all about control. It's always been the ball that it may not always be the ball that gets me the strikes, but it's always the motion on the lane that will allow me to get into the ball that I need to be in. And I'm so glad that I drilled a fresh one, because the old one was starting to get a little worn. It had a couple hundred games on it, and it was just time to upgrade. So I'm actually gonna go back to that same spot because I really like what I saw, and just try to repeat because the last shot was really good. Missed right, but it still got there. That's kind of where it shows you the strength of the Ghost compared to the Venom Shock, where the Ghost more than likely would have struck from there, but the core in the Venom Shock just isn't strong enough to get it to come around the corner from this far left on the lanes. I probably could have benefited from being a little bit straighter, but for the sake of the comparison, I really wanted to show you guys. The 10 pin is still shaking, which is pretty funny. So now we're gonna get into the versatility test, and we're gonna go 3 zones with each of these bowling balls. Zone 1 will be from 15 with my feet, zone 2 will be from 25 with my feet, and zone 3 will be from 35 with my feet. We're gonna see which one of these two are more versatile. Real quick, let me know down below in the comments your prediction. Which one of these two will be more versatile? So now we're gonna start the versatility test, and let me tell you guys, this is gonna be interesting because the Jackal Ghost, for me, my opinion, is that it is the most versatile asymmetrical ball that I have ever thrown, and it's not even close. Then the Venom Shock is like our versatile piece. That's our big versatile bowling ball. Not big like hook potential, I just mean like it's the ball for Motiv, the versatile ball for Motiv. So it'll be interesting which one. I know which one I think it's gonna be. I wonder what you guys are thinking. Either way, we're about to find out. So I'm gonna be here at 15 and try to get the ball nice and up the lane. Tap into my inner Norm Duke a little bit. Oh, that breaks my heart because that was such a good shot. I really wish that 10 pin would have fell, but in my eyes, for the sake of versatility, that's as good as a strike, because the fact that the ball is that big and it still got there from there is a really good sign. Now we're gonna go to the Venom Shock from zone 1, and we're gonna see which one is more versatile from zone 1. So zone 1 with the Ghost absolutely broke my heart because that was a really good shot. So now we're gonna go to zone 1 with the Venom Shock and see how, the only way that it's gonna look better is if it does the same thing on the lane and carries the 10 pin. Because if not, you know, like if it's a light strike or a high strike or anything like that, I'm gonna have to give it to the Ghost because of how good it looked. But I'm always up for a challenge. Why do you speak early, Lewis? Jeez, because that looked really good. That, to me, that's gonna be kind of a toss-up, but I hit my mark, I did exactly what I wanted to do, and the ball absolutely exploded the pins. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the Venom Shock, surprisingly, because after that shot with the Ghost, I thought that was gonna be it. Going into it, I thought it was gonna be the Ghost from zone 1 for sure. But I was wrong. The Shock proved me wrong, as always. Never bet against a Venom Shock. Now we're gonna go into zone 2. So now we're gonna get into zone 2, and zone 2 is gonna be from 25 with my feet, which for both of these bowling balls is gonna be a little bit further right than I was in the beginning part of the video. So it'll be interesting because I thought that the Ghost looked good from a little bit further left of 25, but I thought the Shock could have benefited from being a little bit further right of that 27, 28. So it'll be interesting. So we're gonna get here to 25 and see which one's gonna be the more versatile one here. So I left a Samstown 7, but that's not the whole story. I definitely missed way right, but the ball still came around the corner. Now we're gonna get into the Venom Shock from that same zone 2 to see if it's gonna look better. I'm gonna really try to not leak it right and actually throw a good shot. So this is gonna be zone 2 with the Venom Shock. And just real quick, because I had a lot of people asking me in the last couple videos, this wrist brace that I'm using, I'll come up to the camera, is the Genesis Power Band, right? And so there's like a little magnet in here, and it stimulates the blood flow, and it keeps your wrist nice and warm. But for me, the reason I use it is because in my backswing, when I'm doing all this extra stuff, I can feel it. So it's kind of like a mental coach to let me know, okay, you gotta stop doing that, you gotta stop doing that. So that's all it is. I'm not having wrist issues or anything like that. It's more just of a guide for me. But I do like the way it feels, and it's Velcro, so. All right, so zone 2, 25 with my feet, Venom Shock. This should be it right here. Yeah, that's a Venom Shock doing Venom Shock things. It don't matter what I say again. You can't tell me that it didn't look good. It's a Venom Shock. So I really like that, hands down. Maybe if I would have thrown a better shot with the Ghost, that might have been a closer, you know, versatility test, but hands down had to go to the Venom Shock. So the Shock won zone 1 and it won zone 2. Now we're gonna get to zone 3, which is gonna be all the way left at 35. So we're winding down here, folks. Versatility test zone 3. This is gonna be with the Jackal Ghost from 35. I've liked what I've seen out of this ball so far, but the Venom Shock has just outed it just a little bit every single time. So we're gonna see if this is gonna be the territory here for the Ghost, which it should be, because now we're getting pretty far left. Whew. Jackal Ghost doing Jackal Ghost things. I know I said the same thing about the Venom Shock, but man, that looked really, really good from this part of the lane where there was enough oil to really get the ball down lane, and it really made it smooth. Most asymmetrical solids, for me at least, from this part of the lane don't shape like that. And that's why I've always gone to the Jackal Ghost from that part of the lane when I need to create that motion. When I need that motion, there's no asymmetrical better in my hands. Now we're gonna go to the Venom Shock from zone 3. All right, so here we go, guys. Final shot of the video, versatility test, zone 3 with the Venom Shock in the Battle of the Goats. Let me know in the comments if you've gotten this far, which one of these you're liking the best so far. There's a reason that these two have been in my top 3 forever, and I can't imagine that they won't be going forward. So this will be 35 with my feet here to start with the Venom Shock. It looked good. It looked good. I'm not gonna lie. It looked good, but the Jackal Ghost for sure won zone 3. From this far left, the Shock can get there, but it needs so much help with the friction, whereas the Jackal Ghost was in its absolute element from this part of the lane. So there you have it, guys. There is the in-depth comparison between the Motiv GOATs, greatest of all times, Jackal Ghost and Venom Shock. Until next time. Well, there you have it, folks. There's the Venom Shock and the Jackal Ghost right next to each other. I don't know about you, but I love both of these bowling balls. Click right here to watch one of my other videos. Click right here to subscribe. Until next time.